Yeah, I don't think it's, some new injury. Donovan Mitchell was banged up even when he was playing in the previous games. It's just he felt like he had to go because nobody else was playing. So it just becomes, your body's going to break down when you keep putting that much stress on it and you're already hurt. So I think that's what we're seeing from Donovan Mitchell. I did see he was present at shoot around this morning, though. So he's the kind of guy I do expect to go out there and try to play. Whether he can play for the full 48 and be effective, we shall see. And that's kind of how I'm thinking with the game as far as the point spread. We talked about this. I believe it was their last game. If not, it was the game before. But this Cavs team, everybody's banged up. Garland, Mobley, Mitchell. Um, and not only that, they weren't playing the best to end the season. I keep saying, or I've been saying, I wasn't that high on this Cavs team come playoff time, but just look at what they've done at home. They've covered 3 of their last 15 games at home, the Cavaliers. Meanwhile, the Pacers have been playing their best basketball at the right time. So, combination of those things, the Pacers continue to be healthy. They're going to run, 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 run. And for an injured team, um, that's the last thing that they want to see. So, I think the writing is on the wall in this series. You could get a situation where, pride kicks in because they lost by 40, but I'm not willing to put my money on who I think is the less healthy, worst team at this point to win by double digits. I would be leaning with Indiana plus the points. And as far as the total, I think every game so far has hit 230. Yeah, every game has hit 230. One of them went under because the total was 231 and a half, but 229 and a half right now. Um, the only way I see this game staying under is if those guys get hurt and go sit down because the series is over. Other than that, Indiana's going to push pace. If Cleveland's up or down, they're not going to take their foot off the gas. They're going to continue to try to score. And I think in situations where, like I said, the writing is kind of on the wall, we see a little bit less defensive effort. So I'm leaning over or Pacers.
We got a question in the chat. What's your NBA championship prediction? I see the Thunder plus 115, T-Wolves plus 500, Knicks plus 550, Pacers plus 750, and then you get down to the Cavs and the Nuggets. Who do you think wins it all?
This is tough. Very, very, very tough. This is the one year, like usually I know or I have an idea. Like I have bets in who's going to win, and I'm pretty confident. But this is the one year it's the changing of the guard in the NBA. The usual suspects are just not there. So if I have to pick right now, I can't roll with I can't roll with OKC. I mean, they have shown, they're a really good team. It's just the youth. I've seen them give away games at the end. I can't pick them. I'm trying to process of elimination this right now. So I can't pick them. I think I want to. I have a hard time taking the Pacers because they don't have that star player that I think you need, to win the entire championship. But the way their style of play makes it so hard for others. If these teams are banged up or hurt, like if the Knicks start losing a player, they can run them into the ground the same way they're doing the Cavs. So if I had to pick right now, I would probably just play the Pacers because I think they can win the next series and then try to, think about how I can hedge or make money when we get to the championship.
Nuggets and Thunder, game 5. Really interested your take on this one. What a rock fight that was. In the last game, that was as brutal as it gets. The score at the end of the first quarter was 16-8. That's like a middle school game, not an NBA Western Conference game. This one's a tough one to handicap. OKC, huge favorite, minus 10.5. The total is the one that's really confusing to me, 221.5. Interested in your take on this one.
Yeah, it kind of makes sense that that game was so low scoring too. I mean, coming off of that, what was it, that overtime game, late night, then just getting, very short rest, having to play. I think it was an early afternoon or morning game as well. So everybody was just exhausted, tired. Legs probably weren't there on some of those shots to start the game. And it makes sense why that one was lower scoring. But can't only just say that the Thunder have been playing really good defense, and it doesn't just, not just one game. They've been doing it all season long. They've been really good defending Joker. I think this is the least efficient playoff series I've ever seen from him. So I got to give them credit there. This spot, this specific game, I think it favors the Thunder pretty heavily. From what I talked about there, that overtime game that they played, then they had to play another game that, was grueling, went down, to the wire. That's it affects Denver more. Denver is a team that is playing 6 guys pretty much. Like the other guys might get 2 minutes, 5 minutes, but Denver only has 6 players in their real rotation playing 10 plus minutes. And that includes one guy who has a shoulder injury, can't even lift his left arm above his head in MPJ. And then on the flip side, you have an OKC team that's healthy, an OKC team that is much deeper. They play 9 plus, I think they play about 9 guys, 10 plus minutes. So if you could just go look at the minutes the last couple games between these two teams. Thunder are the fresher team. I think, we haven't seen it in the series where the longer the game goes on, it favors them. But I think this is the one spot where it does. And I always like to mention they have the highest point differential in NBA history. So I don't really care about -10. I think the Thunder are the right side.
All right, I'm running a player prop by you. Always love talking about. I like Jokic under his PRA. He had 70 in game 1, 31, 42, and 43. He had 15 potential assists, but his teammates only got him 3 assists because they were missing shots. Think this line's inflated just because it's Joker, and I'm with you. I love the Thunder defense. Think they're locked in. What do you think? Jokic under his PRA tonight.
I'm not mad at fading Joker at all. I would probably just not include the rebounds. I mean, I do think regardless of the game script, there will be a lot of rebounds to be had. But points, like they've been holding him to some low field goal percentage in this series. He has not been shooting it well. So really wanting to fade the points. And I can understand the assist too, because I always say, role players shoot and play better at home. And today they're on the road. So, and also blowout potential. If OKC is blowing them out, they're not going to want to keep the starters in there forever. They'll take Jokic and those guys out and rest them and save them for the next game. So I think that's a solid bet. It's just a little skeptical on the rebounds. That's all.
Oh, I love it. All right, it's $5 Tuesday. Tell everyone what you have up at the website.
Yeah, I did put my top play for tonight in the association up. It's a 4%. I believe on my 4%, I've hit, what is that? I think it's 47 and 22, my last 69. So they've been pretty good. That goes back a couple seasons, I believe. And one I like a lot tonight that you can get for just $5. Also want to mention, make sure you guys, go check out my page. I've been putting up free plays pretty much every day, whether
nice.
It's, NBA, tennis, and WNBA is starting too. So I'm doing my best to put up a free play every day. So make sure you guys check it out on my page at WagerTalk.